Well, hello there, and welcome to Sarah's Variety Show. Today we will be talking about a national holiday coming up this Friday, June 4th, and that is National Donut Day. We're looking forward to celebrating National Donut Day with our happy hour on Friday. But I wanted to give you a little taste of the history of the donut and get your taste buds excited for the upcoming events. So, throughout North America, donuts are a much loved breakfast staple. Children's songs have been written about them, memorable movie scenes have been filled incorporating them, a multitude of business franchises have been built around them. In the US alone, 10 billion donuts are consumed each year. This popular breakfast food reportedly arrived in North America compliments of the 18th century Dutch immigrants who called the snacks olykoeks, also known as oil cakes. The early versions of oil cakes were mere balls of cake fried in pork fat to a golden brown finish. The outer portions of the ball cooked more quickly than the core, leaving a gooey center. To remedy this, the Dutch used a filling that didn't require cooking, such as fruits or nuts. According to one theory, the use of nuts to fill the center led to the name Donuts. In 1847, an American ship captain found another solution to the gooey core. Hanson Gregory, as legend has it, was inspired to shape the oil cakes differently when he punched a hole in the center of his snack so that he could hang it from the ship's wheel, freeing both hands to steer. That's when the idea struck him that doing this before frying would increase the surface area of the dough being exposed to hot oil and would allow it to cook evenly. The new ring-shaped donut with a hole in the middle was born. In 1920, the first automated donut making machine was invented by Russian immigrant Adolf Levitt, and a new process was created to evolve into the manufacturing process used today. Now, there's a couple things that you probably think of when you think of donuts. Maybe you think of sprinkles, frosting, the filling, or maybe you think of coffee, or maybe you think of the police, right? We always have this joke that, oh, the police love their donuts. Well, here's a little information about how the craze for coffee and donuts got started and how the police played a part in that. Since the 1930s and 40s, when coffee and donut shops were among the few places of commerce with lights burning all night, they have been a regular stop for police officers working the late beat. finding the ideal spot to take a break and grab a jolt of energy. Cops were among the first to appreciate the beauty of a hot, richly flavored aromatic beverage combined with a sweet, scrumptious fried cake. But today, this breakfast has become completely mainstream. With the proliferation of coffee and donut franchises throughout the US and Canada, this combo has become a go-to breakfast choice for folks of diverse professions. People stop on their way to work and line up in droves for a cup of joe and a sweet bite to devour during their commutes. They arrive at their offices to see coffee and donuts set out in breakfast rooms and break rooms and on the tables of conference rooms where meetings are about to begin. Some may attribute the popularity of this breakfast pairing to convenience, accessibility, and its unique ability to satisfy the palate. But scientific study has found another answer. So, is a donut and coffee the breakfast of champions? Is it possible that a breakfast void of any significant nutritional value could get a body into high performance mode each morning? Science suggests that it just might. And while coffee and donuts may not be the healthy breakfast doctors and dietitians recommend, there's physiological reasons that humans crave them as a morning meal. The sugar in donuts and the caffeine in coffee combine to produce neurological effects that can boost mental performance and increase function and productivity. Glucose is a type of sugar that is essential to efficient brain function, and fasting through the night results in depleted blood sugar levels. Lack of sugar actually causes neurons in the brain to start dying off. Consuming sugar not only intervenes in that process, but it also facilitates the production of an important chemical neurotransmitter that supports learning and memory, regulates attention and mood, and aids coordination and agility. The chemical is called acetylcholine, which is produced when sugar is metabolized. When one considers that fueling an active brain utilizes the equivalent of 10 donuts worth of sugar each day, it's understandable why a person might crave a sweet bite in the morning. Now that explains the donut side of the equation. But what about the coffee pairing? It turns out that as the brain remains active, another chemical neurotransmitter called adenosine accumulates. As the concentration of adenosine increases, it inhibits the acetylcholine and brain function begins to decline. However, caffeine counteracts this process, so combining donuts and coffee in the morning can actually boost a person's mental capacity into high performance mode. So there you have it, folks. Sounds like the new diet is the coffee and donut diet. Let's think about, as we enjoy maybe a coffee and donut, what how we feel. Do we feel like our focus has gotten better? Do we feel energized? I know a lot of you enjoy your coffee, and I'm sure you enjoy a donut, but have you ever thought about how you feel after eating both of them? It'll be interesting to see what we find out if you actually do feel more energized. I don't know that I can necessarily back up this data, though I do enjoy a good donut, but I'm not as much of a coffee fan and usually opt for decaf. But nonetheless, I hope that you've enjoyed these little facts on donuts and the pairing of coffee. And I hope that you will join us for happy hour at 3 o'clock in Town Square for National Donut Day. Don't be square. I would hate if I do not see you there. Join us on the square for Donut Happy Hour. Thanks for joining me today for the variety show, and have a great day, Prairie Lakes. Bye.